Yeah, good afternoon. This is Bang Bang Rahill. Just a little podcast. Yeah, I've been talking to a couple of my pals. Just had a little workout as happens, and we were talking about things that happened in prison. One of my best mates, Peter Kelly, he died. He died when he came out of prison. He was with his wife, got a couple of kids. Nice fella, mate, Peter. Big guy. But I remember in Albany, we was in his cell having a chat, and he said, "Come quick." So I said, "This guy, these two guys have just come in, yeah." He said, and they've got photographs. He said, "Bro, you won't believe it." I said, "Leave off." He said, "You won't believe it. They've been in for torture. The one got 19 years, the other one got 21 years." And he said, "Come and look at these pictures." Right, you won't believe the pictures, mate. I went, "Come on then, what's up?" Went into this cell, started talking to these people, and there was like normal people, not big, not 20 stone as you expect them to be. Normal guys, or say normal, they ain't normal when you see the pictures, yeah? And I couldn't believe it, mate. Like, this guy, I mean, listen, for the judge to give him 19 years and 21 years, even what they'd done to his sister, these people had done this to his sister, and these guys got hold of the guys that done it to his sister, and they tortured him bad, yeah? And I mean, they made a bad job of the sister. They bashed her up and raped her and all sorts of things. I mean, for the judge to give him 21 years, it's a bit over the top. I mean, they was only doing what happened to his sister in a way. But they dragged him, first of all, they got all these guys, yeah? And they dragged him through a pond. Just dragged him through a pond, you know, tied their feet up and just dragged him in. It didn't kill him. Just dragged him through the pond. And then they kept doing things to them, like cutting them up with little knives, only little knives, cutting them up with little knives. This is all in the depositions, yeah? Cutting them up with little knives, little razor knives, cutting all their legs and arms and everything. Really like making them scream, putting tapes around their mouth, big tapes around their mouth, big tapes around their eyes so they couldn't see what they was doing to them, and just kept cutting them, yeah? And right at the very end, I mean, unbelievable. When I see the pictures of what happened, I mean, you can imagine if it was done on a video. I mean, obviously the judges and all that must have seen the actual videos of it all. And anyway, they cut them all around the legs, all around their backside, all around the genitals and all them sort of things. And then they put them in a kennel in this place with pigs. They put them in with pigs, yeah. And not only did they put them in with pigs, but they put all food all over them, and they tied these people up, yeah. Tied them up, and these pigs ate them alive, yeah. And you could see these guys screaming. I mean, we say you see these guys screaming. You couldn't see them screaming because they had tapes over their mouth, yeah, and they had things over their eyes. You can imagine, can't you? You can imagine they can't see even what's happening to them. All they can do is feel. Imagine that, like, being eaten alive by pigs. I mean, they got ate alive by pigs. I mean, in the end of it, I mean, it was the sister. It was the one that got raped really, really bad, and this, that, and the other. She's the one that even gassed her own brothers up for the way what they'd done to these two guys. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, fair play. I mean, I would do. I mean, I don't know about doing the same thing, but maybe you would. I don't know. You know, taking what they've done to his sister and what they've done to these two guys, mate, is unbelievable. I mean, to see the pictures of it, all you see is the pigs, the actual pigs. You can see the pigs on them. You don't actually, obviously the pictures. You don't actually see anything else, but you see the pigs on them, and you know, you see the end results of what happened. There's nothing left, mate. Nothing left at all. I just smashed them to pieces. These pigs just smashed them to pieces, and I think it was a car. Imagine what they went through, you know what I mean? Being blindfolded and gagged as well, and not knowing what happened. There was about 4 or 5 pigs on these people. They just mashed them up to pieces. They just ripped them to pieces, mate. I want about ripped them to pieces, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I see that, you know, when I was talking about some people this morning, to some people, Peter Kelly was my pal, yeah? And these two, I mean, come on, 19 years and 21 years, okay. I suppose in a way, You know, would we do the same thing? Maybe you would do if it happened to your sister, but there's a sister that gassed them up. So I don't know why, what reasons they didn't say nothing about it, why she did and why she didn't, why she done that or whatever, but she gassed them up, yeah? So anyway, this is just a quick podcast. Please like and subscribe and give me your comments on it, yeah? Because I'd like to know why you think she gassed them up, yeah? Okay, bye-bye.